that took place at the same time or during overlapping historic periods, and each past life seemed to relate to the present incarnation. Often we attempted to verify the life, or at least historical facts from the regression, and were able to successfully do so. It appeared that some people were capable of being more than one person living on the earth plane at one time. They were experiencing simultaneous multiple incarnations. I called these other aspects parallel selves, and continued to explore on my own. Then, several months after my book, You Were Born Again to Be Together, came out, Psychic Politics by Jane Roberts hit the bookstores, and in it Jane relates information verbally channeled through Seth in one of her famous sessions. Seth said, "You can live more than one life in one time. You are neurologically turned in to one particular field of actuality that you recognize." And now here are a couple of other quotes from Psychic Politics. This is Seth speaking. "If you could think of a multidimensional body existing at one time in different realities and appearing differently within those realities, then you could get a glimpse of what is involved. You live more than one life at a time. You do not experience your century simply from one separate vantage point, and the individuals alive in any given century have far deeper connections than you realize. You do not experience your space-time world, then, from one, but from many viewpoints." I found the fact that Seth was sharing information about what I had been experiencing in my work to be very encouraging. I've always felt that when it was time for new information to be released from the other side, it is usually released to many people at the same time, to those who are ready and open to accept it, or maybe to those who are in a position to share the information with others. If this was the case, then those on the other side purposely released the first Louise and Alex parallel life information through the channel medium I call Ruth in 1974. At the time, I was doing some individual regression work with both Louise and Alex in Scottsdale, Arizona. Their individual past life hypnotic regressions explained a lot about their relationship, and we were able to verify the historical facts in both cases. But the regressions did not clarify Alex's dream about Louise that had inspired his desire to investigate past lives in the first place. This is how Alex described his reoccurring dream. He said, "I know it's Louise in my dream, but she doesn't look like she looks now. I've had it 3 times, and it's always a different situation, but it's the same woman. The only thing that doesn't track is that once or twice it seemed too contemporary. Once I saw her cooking on what looked like a modern-day gas range, and yet the house seemed old-fashioned." I asked him, "Does it seem symbolic or disjointed?" "Not at all," he replied. "I simply seem to be following this woman for a while as she goes about her daily activities. I've observed a child of about 10, a blond-haired boy. And he's with her sometimes, and once she was feeding chickens and gathering eggs. Another time there were several other women with her in the living room. Nothing very exciting." Okay, now when he didn't find the answer to the dream in his past life regression sessions, I took Alex to visit Ruth, explaining to him that a channel medium is someone who allows a discarnate entity to speak through her vocal cords. Ruth had helped me on several psychic cases I had explored over the last couple of years, and her information had proven to be extremely accurate. When we arrived at Ruth's modest apartment in Phoenix, Arizona, I introduced Alex to the 65-year-old woman and explained that we were seeking an understanding of Alex's dream. Ruth explained that the voice who would speak through her